As a group, we have 40 years of bird and mammal records and research papers. We have been involved as stream keepers, working closely with Department of Fisheries and Oceans. So this whole presentation is the Kitimaat River Estuary, and it is one of the 5 largest estuaries on our northern BC coast. 1,230 hectares, and in perspective, that's 3 times larger than Vancouver's Stanley Park.
Hi, I'm Walter Thorne, and I'm representing the Kitimat Valley Naturalists. We are determined to have our voice heard. We have a lot of testimony, visual primarily, of the estuary in particular, our forte in terms of expertise. The estuary has a triple threat. Yesterday talked about double-barrel shotgun. This is a triple threat. It has a tank farm 5 kilometers away, it's got super tankers, and it's got upstream breakage. We're really in jeopardy, and we need as much defense and help as we can. We appeal to the world, really. We need help. This area is a gem, and it's under siege.
Every slide that we put in there showed something different, a different biological or natural history aspect of the channel. And when we got to the end of that, we felt that when we weighed the risk versus the benefit, that we wouldn't endorse a project that put all that at risk.
The estuary actually is a living organism that changes twice a day with the incoming and outgoing tide. It nourishes all the birds and fish and animals that are there in that area, and it provides nutrients for the plants and trees throughout the year.
Don't start that camera, let me think about that. Okay. Is there a part of the project that interests me? No. I don't know what you mean by that. There's a great deal of this project that I'm extremely suspicious about. And a couple of the interveners today touched on that the proponent is not necessarily being forthcoming with the kind of information that probably should be out there, that people should be aware of. They tend to tell the public what they want to know, not what the public needs to know. The fact that the politicians are trying to divert attention to outside interests or blame the problems of this project on other people who are supposedly anti-Canadian. I think that speaks highly for the fact that the project is a flawed project right from the get-go. And I think Enbridge, with $100 million behind them, is just trying to hope that the momentum of that money will carry the day. And I believe that the sessions that you saw in the last 2 days have showed that there's going to be a pushback, and that money isn't going to carry the day. It will be the public opinion. And it was pretty clear from that these 2 days of hearings that the public opinion doesn't favor the project.
Our mission statement is, we are dedicated to protecting the environmental integrity of Douglas Channel and its watershed for the future and for the present and future generations.
Unless polluted by crude oil, our productive, beautiful environment will be around long after the oil has been depleted. The Enbridge project is not worth the risk. Please do the honorable thing and say no to this dangerous project. Thank you.
My wife is laughing at me. My name is Murray Minch, and I'm with Douglas Channel Watch, and spoke today to the panel about my concerns about the environmental hazards that are unique to this area. The bitumen water aspect of this is what changes everything, and you know, it's scary to think that Enbridge has already admitted that if there's a spill into the Kitimat River and it hits the estuary, their spill and mitigation response will be to burn it. My work with Douglas Channel Watch has been with the pipeline from Nimitz Mountain Portal, the tunnel portal in the Kitimat headwaters down to the estuary, and so my huge concern would be a full bore rupture, and probably Hunter Creek is where it's going to go, or the earth flow areas of the Kitimat River Valley. And so those are my major concerns, because the pipeline parallels the river for about 70 kilometers. So anything happens, it's straight into the river.
My name is Dave Shannon. I'm with Douglas Channel Watch. I've just given a presentation to the National Energy Board Joint Review Panel on the corrosion of double-hull tankers. The cargo itself has an organic acid in it, which has been shown to blister the epoxy coatings that industries have used to coat the tanker liner. And once that coating is compromised, corrosion from microbial, bacterial induced corrosion can occur, or acid corrosion, or the like. So that's in a nutshell what I've shown the panel today.
Dieter Wagner. I'm also with Douglas Channel Watch. By profession, I'm an applied science technologist. And my interest in this whole thing and what I made a presentation is on the shipping route safety. There are 3 very tight 90 degrees plus turns. The southern route through Camano Sound, it is full of granite reefs. And any tanker hitting any one of those reefs with those loads and doing only 10 knots, these rocks will slice through the hull, through both hulls, the inner and outer like. Those waters, which are not very far from Triple Island, are incredibly shallow. How do you outweigh the weather conditions maybe for days? A few months ago, when was it? In November, we had for days on end, we had winds in excess of 140 kilometers an hour. And you want to cruise a ship around there, you most certainly cannot anchor a ship, but you want to cruise it around in circles for days until it's safe enough to get a pilot aboard. I don't know how that would work out. When it happens here, there's nothing that close by. And what I'm primarily concerned with, if anything happens, and sooner or later an accident will happen, there's just no question. It's not a matter if, but when. And you cannot clean this stuff up. It's impossible. Made a moral commitment to see what I can do to stop this whole thing. I'm just one little guy, but between all of us, if we all pull together, I believe that we can stop the project.